It's time to head back out into the black and see what kind of trouble I can get myself into. Today's video is sponsored by SecretLab. We all strive for the best possible gaming experience, but the importance of a good quality chair is often underestimated. SecretLab produces some of the most comfortable and high quality gaming chairs you can get. So upgrade your commander chair today and fly in style and comfort. Follow the link in the video description to their store, type in your height, your weight, and it will tell you which chairs fit you for the best possible seating experience. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. You can see my system name here if you're interested, and if you scroll out you can see I'm kind of like, I would say, halfway between the bubble and Colonia-ish, something along those lines. And I'm out here because a while back I asked you guys for suggestions for good place to visit, and this was recommended. This system has a couple of notable stellar phenomena, I don't even know. But as you can see, even though we're out in the middle of nowhere, there's something up ahead. And we're going to go and have a look. I have actually been looking at these things before, doing one of my live streams. Oh, there they are. They're lighting up now. These are called P2 types anomaly. Oh, reversed into a rock there. Great. Just try not to destroy my ship. You can probably see I'm a little low on health. And that's because I got in a little bit too close contact with these things. These things will mess you up if you try to get too close. They generate a ton of heat. So I'm going to be a little careful with them today, because I don't want to lose my ship. You can see it took pretty much half of my hull down last time. But one thing is for sure, they are definitely very, very pretty. Just look at that. Codex doesn't really help us much either. If we read everything it has to say, it's just that it's some kind of high energy thing that consists of some kind of rotating bright core. And it has some sparring cloud trails, as we saw before. With the risk of losing my ship, and this being a very short video, I just want to show you what happens if you get too close contact. I have tried shooting them, I have tried scooping them, it doesn't work. If we get in here very close to them, look at that. They do get angry. I'm gonna get away with, see, just that short exposure there. It wasn't too bad. But if we stay close for too long, they will generate a lot of heat. Gonna come in very close. It gets angry. And there we go. Let's get away again before we overheat. So you can if you're careful, but if you get too close for too long, you will begin to overheat. I think I'll move on for now. This was just the first stop I just want to show you. I do have another stop that is not too far from here. It's like 900 light years. Oops. So let's get out of here and let's get jumping. Oh great, there's a fleet carrier here. That's very handy. I could probably use a repair if that's open to the public. Look at that. That is not a view you see every day. Thank you to Commander Alec Binks, for very, very neatly parking his fleet carrier right where I needed it. Hold on, this is the B star. Oh right, the system has two black holes. Okay, I just finished scanning and this is the weirdest system. Look at this. We have two black holes, black hole A and B. How massive are these? 31 solar masses on the A one, and 3. So this one is 10 times as heavy as this one. So there's a big black hole in the center with a smaller one orbiting them. And around that, we have an M-class star followed by a white dwarf and a neutron star that they have their own like basic star systems around them as well. Oh my god. And then we have this one, the AB4 planet. If we go to just gets better and better. If we go to this one, the AB4 planet, you can see this is a captured object. Which is really weird, because I would expect much of these to also be captured objects. Oh, hold on. I just noticed these have rings around them. Look at that. They all have rings around them. That is, I mean, finding one star with rings around them is in itself really, really rare. But finding 3, and then some of them being both a white dwarf and a neutron star, that is not... Hold on. If this one has rings, then either the star is very young, That's almost 12 billion years, because that comma there, I mean, it uses a point for decimal. You can see that right here. That's almost 12 billion years old. That's almost as old as the universe. This would be one of the first objects. It makes sense that it's so light then, because if this star had any significant mass, it would not be in its main phase anymore. It would have been past its main phase for a long time ago. But the rings puzzles me then, because rings normally are something you would expect to see around very early type stars, but it could just be, I mean, you could explain it from the massive gravity from the two local black holes, and the fact that you have two local black holes mean that the tidal forces from the gravity constantly changing from those two orbiting black holes. It could potentially mean that a lot of the smaller planets enclose to the star would have been ripped apart. It could be an explanation, but I'm really grasping here. Okay, here we are with a quick flyby. We can actually already see the rings. They're not that prominent, but they're definitely there. Look at that. Look at that. I'm fuel scooping in the rings. Oh, this is kind of scary when you get into the rings completely, because the star is so bright we can't see the individual rocks, and because the belt is so dense, you can't see anything at all. Just basically flying into, well, the black here with the star in the background. Let's try to go the other way. We should be able to see everything very clearly. Or maybe actually the rocks are blocking the light from each other. Look at that. Everything's just pitch black in here. Now we can see that light is calculated in Elite from a point source. The stars are a point source, right? If this was reality, these rocks should be bright, very, very bright, because obviously that half of the star is sending out a lot of light, that half of the star is sending out a lot of light, so all these should be covered in light. But because the star is only a point source, so it's only sending light out from that point in there in the middle, that's the only point it's calculated from. That means that from the game's point of view, all these rocks are in shadow. Okay, next up we have a ringed white dwarf. I actually think I have to go and put on my orbit lines here, because maybe the rings are actually inside the exclusion zone. Oh, yeah, look at that. There's the exclusion zone. The rings goes inside the exclusion zone of the white dwarf. I'm gonna see if I can drop down the rings as close to the exclusion zone as I can. I think, hold on, if we get into the ring here, because again, as we talked about with point sources, I think we might be able to completely block the light from the main part of the neutron star, sorry, white dwarf, and only see the light. Whoops, that's a rock. And only see the light. There we go, from the jet cones. Look at that. That's a cool picture, though. That looks so surreal. Where is the... I can't find... There's no exclusion zone here. I'm so close right now. Don't tell me I can get all the way in there. What's going on? I'm not flying straight towards it because I'm afraid I'm going to smash right into that exclusion zone. We kind of have a gap here in the rings. Still inching our way closer. I'm basically just orbiting it and slowly spiraling inwards and inwards, closer and closer. Oh, I think I found the exclusion zone. Just as I thought I couldn't get any, that there wouldn't be any at all. But look at that. Can I actually fly closer here? I can. 700 kilometers. Oh, I think I just hit the exclusion zone, like the actual exclusion zone. Look at this. Boosting, but I'm not getting any closer now. You can see the rock right there in front of me. And look at my speed. I'm going over 300 meters a second and right now. Boosting. And I'm not getting any closer. You can also see my trail here in front of me. Question is, what happens now if I just leave the mass lock zone and try to go into super cruise? Because I'm 40 kilometers inside the super cruise exclusion zone right now. I don't know if I actually have to fly out of this zone manually before I can go into Super Cruise. I guess we'll see. Nope, it actually, you can see there the radar as I was flying out of the exclusion zone. It did actually allow me to fly out. Okay. So as I was leaving the star, I noticed it was making some really weird sounds. I'm gonna try to see if I can catch it again here. I just dropped out of Super Cruise so I don't have any engine noises or anything. That's weird. Maybe it's only doing it in Super Cruise. I'm just gonna turn up the game volume so you can hear it a little bit better. Listen to this. I don't know if I just never really listened to a neutron star, but I've never noticed them making that sound. If you want to see more exploration videos like this, I do have another couple of systems bookmarked in close vicinity to this one, so do stay tuned to the channel by going down and hitting the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.